real estate, or let's say land banking, is a powerful hedge against inflation, right? Currently, inflation is about 15%, right? So we have seen some investment in 1 year gave us 200%, 300%.
Wow.
In 2 years, we have seen 600%.
Wow.
No bank, no investment can give you this huge ROI, in short period of time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, actually, if you are giving your money in the bank, you know how inflation works. The purchasing power reduces, right? But if you invest in land banking, you're hedging against inflation and generating huge ROI.
Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Be the Property Voice of Africa, your go-to podcast where practical conversation on wealth, properties, and the opportunities in today's market take place. I remain your host, Flossie J. Today we are exploring a powerful but often overlooked strategy in property investment: land banking, a silent money, and a hedge against inflation in Nigeria. In a country where inflation keeps rising, many smart investors are quietly acquiring lands today and watching it grow tomorrow. Why are the wealthy and informed investors buying land and holding on it? How does land banking protect your wealth and create long-term financial security? Stay with us as we uncover how land can quietly make you become one of the smartest investors. This is Real Estate Beats, the property voice of Africa. Today we have a wonderful guest, the Abuja finest, one of the most handsome guy in the real estate industry, the MD of ML Properties. So please, can you speak to the audience?
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm excited to be here. My name is Muhammad Lawal. I own ML Properties. We are based at Transcorp Hilton. We are basically a brokerage company. We help people buy, sell, invest in Abuja, UK, Saudi, and Dubai. So that's about it.
Wow.
I'm excited to be here.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
For clarity purpose, what exactly is land banking?
Okay, so land banking is a form of investment in real estate. It's a form of buying a land with the intention of not to build. You understand? So basically, it's a form of investing in land with the intention of not building. Buying the land in raw form, in undeveloped area, waiting for development to come in a couple of years, and then you can decide to sell later. So it's a form of investing in real estate. It's a form of buying a land with the intention of not building, just to hedge against inflation, store wealth, generate some good ROI, and then sell after a couple of years. So that's about it.
That's a nice one. That is to say, land banking is quite different from buying and building instantly.
Yes. So buying and building is you are buying the land with intention to build, either to stay there with your family or to rent it out or to sell.
Okay. Why do you think that land banking is a secret, or will I say silent money?
Okay, it's a silent money because when you acquire this land, basically it doesn't require any maintenance. It's basically like a passive income. You don't need to stress about anything, especially if it's genuine. You just buy and forget about it. Anytime you need liquidity or you want to sell, then you can sell. So it's a form of investment that you can buy and just move on with your daily activities, right? While in the background, it stores value and that it generates huge ROI. So that's about it. That's why you call it. And if you look at it, a lot of multimillionaires and billionaires, they all have form of real estate investment. So it's a sort of value. So and it's something that you can use as a leverage. At the bank to collect loan and even buy more properties or invest in other things or in your business. So that's about it. So you can just buy and forget about it and move on with your life, but especially if it's a genuine land. So that's about it.
Okay. As a CEO, how have land banking helped your life?
Okay, so
your company?
Okay, not that I only pitch, I also buy with my investors because this is a good investment anyways, like you know what I'm saying. So we are not there only just to sell and make commission, you know. We are there to help people store value, generate wealth, and generate for ourselves too. You know, we have made a couple of investments to the tune of around 20M, not much,
Wow.
you know, 8 months ago, right? So until now, uh March 2026, the value of that investment is around 56 million. That's
Wow.
over 180% net return
Wow.
on investment net, you know. So that's about it. And we just bought and forget about it and continue to our activities. So hence why it's, you know, a silent, you know, and a powerful way of building wealth, you know.
That's
So yeah,
wonderful.
exactly.
With inflation constantly affecting the Nigerian economy, how does land act as a hedge compared to the keeping of money in the bank?
Okay, so real estate, or let's say land banking, is a powerful hedge against inflation, right? Currently, inflation is about 15%, right? So we have seen some investment in 1 year gave us 200%, 300%. In
Wow.
2 years, we have seen 600%.
Wow.
No bank, no investment can give you this huge ROI, you know, in short period of time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, actually, if you are keeping your money in the bank, you know how inflation works. You know, the
Yes.
purchasing power reduces, right? But if you invest in land banking, you're hedging against inflation and generating huge ROI, you know. So that's about it. And also some of the developers that we work with, when they launch projects, they launch at a discounted rate, at a pre-sale price, maybe
Yes.
for 2 weeks or 1 month, right? So let's say if the price start at 5 million, after 2 or 3 weeks or 1 month, it's gonna increase to 10 million. That's 100% already. 100% in
Yeah.
what, 2 weeks or 1 month, you know. That's already beating inflation. And you know, we still have 11 months to go.
Of
So in 11
course.
months we can see 200, 300%, you know. So yeah, it's a very powerful tool,
So
you
land
know.
banking is really a silent money,
Yes,
serious one, more
serious.
than oil money.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, yeah.
We have rapid expansion around the cities of Abuja and Lagos. What signs should investors look for to identify the areas that we appreciate in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay, so I'll take Abuja because, you know, this is my area of, you know, specialist, right? But again, investors, smart investors, should look at where the governments are investing. You know, they should look at where the governments are building infrastructures, where the government are expanding the city. You know, for example, let's look at Karsana. There's Renewed Hope City. You know, from the, it's a presidential initiative to, you know, construct, you know, affordable housing units. You know,
Yes.
in that side, the FCT minister, you know, has awarded contract, you know, for infrastructure in that area, you know. So if one can move there, position themselves, they're gonna make massive, because you know, you have to buy before before the infrastructure comes, so you can reap the huge ROI, right?
Yes.
So that's that one. And then there's Apple Kershi Road, you know.
Yes.
That one too, the government is doing like what, 10 lanes, you know. The FCT minister, in fact, I passed by, I think 2 or 3 days ago, they were
Yes.
pouring the tar, like, you know what I'm saying. So people, smart investors, they have to position themselves in such location, right?
Yes.
And also like Maitama too, you know, FCT minister has awarded contract also, I think, to Julius Berger, and they are building the infrastructure. You know, this is also form of expanding the city, right?
Yeah.
So that's that one. And then there's around the airport access, Centenary City, you know, area.
Yes.
That one. There's Hutu by MShell and IBEN. There's private development, and there's Abuja City Walk. You know, especially, okay, let's look at Centenary City, right? It's a PPP, public-private partnership, the government and private sectors. You know, to build like a free zone, you know, in that area. So the government has awarded contract, you know, for infrastructure in that area. So if one can buy there or can buy around that area, because in the next 5 years, that will be area like will be a massive, you know, regenerational area.
Yes.
There will be a lot of, you know, business activities, so one has to position themselves now to capitalize on that,
Wow.
so that's about it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Apple Karishiro, that one captures my mind because I've been trying to market Karishi to people.
Ha,
And they'll be
okay.
like, that place is bushy. Karishi is far. This is that. But with that road, you will easily connect to Apple and the price of that place will skyrocket. Immediately that construction is finished.
Dear smart investors, please key into that area, because now they have finished the service lane.
Yeah.
The two here. Now they are doing the 3-3 in the middle. So it
Wow.
will make it 10-5-5 on each side.
Wonderful.
If that road is completed, the traffic in Apple disappear, like you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
And from Apple to Karishi will be probably less than 10 to 15 minutes, and that road will link back to around Kuje, Gwagwalada and Airport Road. It's more like a ring road,
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So that's about it. And from behind, it can go back to Uzape, Asokoro, and this Yanya Karo axis,
Wow.
So investors, position yourself there, if you want to make huge returns, right? Position yourself there. Buy now at the construction stage, because once construction is over, prices are gonna skyrocket. I promise you that one, 100%.
You have been telling them about ROI. Can you tell them about cost of inaction?
So ROI basically means return on investment.
Yes.
Cost of inaction means you should have made that decision.
Yes.
But you delayed it, so now it's gonna cost you. In as much as you might not see it or feel it, but it's actually costing you compared to if you would have invested. You know what I'm saying? So that's about it. So stay away from delays, stay away from
procrastination.
Procrastination.
Take the decision now.
Take the decision. If you see any good investments and you did your due diligence, please go ahead and buy.
Many Nigerians are scared of scam when it comes to investment in real estate.
Yeah.
So what due diligence do you think anyone that wants to embark on land banking should do first?
Yeah. Okay. This is a very sad one, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to, tell a little backstory. We moved out to Abuja 2015, and my mom invested around that time, huge sums of money, right? And she got scammed, Then now, probably 10 or 11 years, now, if that investment was genuine, would have been in hundreds of millions.
Yes.
But we lost that money because the value of money at that time, 15 years, 10 years ago, it's huge, has huge value. So since then, she was very scared of real estate.
Yeah.
When I wanted to join real estate, they had to do family meeting on top of me.
Serious family meeting.
Yeah, that real estate people, they are scammers and stuff. Unfortunately. So I had to convince her, and I told her, Mom, I'm your son. You gave me good upbringing. It's not that I'm gonna cheat you or I'm gonna cheat any people, around me. There's still professional in the game who knows what they are doing, and they can help you avoid these mistakes, yes. Right? So eventually, she bought, right? Eventually she eases her mind, and she was my first client.
Wow.
And she invested huge,
Wow.
So I made some good commission on that. And okay, and now to answer the how to avoid scams. Number one, you have to look at which company you are buying at. That's number one. The company, you have to search their name on CAC portal, CAC portal, to see are they even registered or they are delisted, because so many companies have been delisted.
Yes.
If they are not registered or they are delisted, lawfully they cannot conduct any business activities. Right? That's number one. Number two, you have to look at track record of developers. Okay, this developer, they have been in the game for a couple of while, and they have delivered some projects, or they have some ongoing projects, right? You can ask around. Secondly, and thirdly, you still have to visit that location, like go and inspect the land. If possible, bring your surveyor, confirm, the exact boundaries and the exact location of that land, right? And then get the documents, initiate search from Aegis portal. So then now the sellers,
Aegis or Najis, depending on the location.
Aegis or Najis, yes. Aegis for Abuja and Najis for Nasarawa, right?
Yes.
So the sellers are gonna now bring the property documents, original documents, where agents or nudges can check, their staffs can check to verify the authenticity.
Yes.
It's a thorough process. They will check on their system and they will check physically, using some tools. After they confirm, they will give you a legal search report. This legal search report tells you the exact details of the land, the location, size, and so on. And there's one part that they wrote encumbrances. If you see none, hey, it's good to go. Like,
Yes,
what I'm saying?
because some lands are under so many debts.
Yes, if you see action, run, no, or more, run. Because typically, if there's any litigation or issues on land,
Yes.
the court writes to the agents or nudges to put caveat on that land, to put a hold on it. So when you want to buy, you can see it on the system that, okay, there's issue on this one. But if you see encumbrances none, so you are good to go, right? And then now you can then go ahead, depending on your budget, the location you want, especially work with reputable, uh, real estate people, real estate brokers, real estate agents. They can advise you on these things and they can take the burden of you. They can help you take care of these things. So the process of doing due diligence, you can either do it by yourself, you can engage property lawyer, or real estate agents or broker. They can also do that. Like me now, I've conducted several searches for my clients, right?
Yes.
To the point that I told them, bring your lawyer. They say, Muhammad, I trust you, take care of it. So anyways, so that's about it. So then now we can go ahead and purchase. If everything checks out well, then you can go ahead and purchase. So when you purchase, they have to give you receipt, official receipt, and then they have to give you allocation letter, right?
Okay.
And then later on, maybe you can pay some percentage of the property value so you can get your power of attorney and deed of assignment. This gives you even more full ownership to the property. And the power of attorney is the tool of delegation, of the property. So that
Yes.
means now the company that you bought from, if it's a real estate, developer company, they are transferring interest, title, ownership, of that property from them to you now, the new buyer.
Yes.
So that's about it.
Oh, that's a wonderful one.
Exactly.
So, is land banking only for the old, or can young investors venture into it?
So land banking, or let me say real estate, is typically not only for the wealthies, right? Look at me now, I'm young, I'm 24 years old, but we have some investment here and there. So depending on the location, depending on the size of the plot, and depending on the price, land banking can cater to different categories of people, right? For example, if you look at Karishi, Apple, Kuje, other good locations, they have lower entry prices. Maybe you can see plots, maybe probably like Kuje, you can see plots as low as 1 million, 2 million, but Karishi, Apple, you know, you can see plots starting as low as 5 million,
Yes.
right? So younger generations too, they can be able to afford these lower entry prices. And so it's not really only for wealthy people. And as I mentioned, depending on the location, right?
Yes.
Typically, for example, like Maitama, Okuzape, Katampe, these are high-end locations,
For
mostly
big
for
boys.
yes, yes, yes. So you can see that depending on the location, it can cater to different people, different needs, different budget requirements, especially. Okay, so that's about it.
Okay. So that is to say, anybody can venture into real estate. It doesn't matter your age.
Anybody can venture. In fact, I'm advising everyone try and save and venture into real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So start you. That's why we have real estate company all over the place. You can
Yeah.
split your payment.
Yes, yes.
Split your
Also,
payment.
now with payment stuff, payment plan. So to make it even more affordable and more accessible, real estate companies are bringing initiative of payment plan. So you don't have to pay outrightly. For example, if your line is what 5 million, you don't have to pay outrightly 5 million. You
Yeah.
can drop maybe 30 or 40%, some companies 50%, right? Initial deposit and spread the rest up to 6 months. Some probably up to 1 year. But in the industry standard is up to 6 months. Some without interest, they don't charge you any extra interest. Some they charge some interest. So that's how it works.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So someone listening to you now that want to venture into real estate in this 2026, what encouragement do you have for such a person?
So I'll tell them honestly, I'll really encourage them, that they should key into real estate because again, it's a store of value. You know, It can hedge against inflation. You can receive massive ROI. You can use it as a collateral, to take loans in the bank. And real estate is essential part of our life, right? So that's about. And also, what I'll advise them to do is, number one, they should start saving towards that investment, right? That's number one. Start saving towards that investment. And then number two, reach out to professional realtors or professional, developer companies, right? That can advise them, and that they can work with their budget depending on their needs. And the budget, most importantly, because professional like us, even though mostly we tend to do high ends in these, but also we can work with different budget, to cater to different needs, right? So that's about it. So they need to start saving towards investments. They need to make up their mind that they want to invest, and they need to know that real estate is not something that you invest and in 1 month or 3 months and minimum 1 year. If you want to receive good ROI. So keep in mind that you are locking up the money, but then generate massive ROI for you, right? And then reach out to professional developers like your company or us, brokers that can advise them and that can work with their budget to help them. So yeah. So then, or if they choose to do it by themselves, they can now perform due diligence. If they perform due diligence, everything checks out well, then they can go ahead and invest. So that's about it.
That's a wonderful one.
So on that note, real estate is a powerful tool, for storing value, for hedging against inflation, for generating generational wealth, So you cannot go wrong with it if you work with the right company or the right, consultant or slash brokers, So I'm advising everyone, whether young, and also people that have been scammed, unfortunately, apologies, but they should not give up. Like, in life, you have to take calculated risk, right? Not because it happened once and then, you'll be like, oh, I want to give up, what I'm saying? So if you know some of these wealthy peoples now, they have in their businesses, they have failed so many times, but they didn't give up, So you can't give up, right? So I'm advising you to continue saving. Look at investments, like, save towards investment, work with the right company, work with the right consultant. I will advise you, because me, the way I look at it, we are not choosing the commission. We're actually advising people. I don't force anyone to invest. I'm advising. It's up to you to take it, whether or not, right? So I'm advising them. I'm recommending, especially Abuja. Real estate is like gold here,
Honestly.
So you are missing out a lot, right? So yeah. So you have to invest. You have to invest. Save towards investment. You have been scammed before, unfortunately. Apologies, but again, work with the right companies, the right individuals, they can help you. That's about.
So that is to say, the heroes are actually the risk takers. If you don't take risk, you cannot make it big in life.
Exactly.
So
at least calculated risks, though. So you have to follow some processes. Either you do it by yourself, or you engage professional real estate companies like yours, or professional like us that we can, remove the burden and take care of everything for them. So that's about it.
Oh, yeah. It's nice having you today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
We're actually grateful, and we hope to see you next time. It has been wonderful. So keep watching Real Estate Be the Property Voice of Africa, which is powered by Housing Professors Empire. See you in the next episode.